Hello, you people in YouTube land. How do you do? Yes, we are back at Golden Mile Food Center because this place here has a wide variety of different types of hawker food, street food they can come and try. And we are coming to this place to find a particular dish that was created in Singapore, and we are looking for the stall where they claim to be the founder of this dish. And so we're coming here to this food center to try that dish. But as you can see, there are two stories of food. The bottom one is the first story, on top it is the second story of delicious food they can come here to try. We are here instead to go to Golden Mile Food Center to try this unique dish that can only be found in Singapore. And it was at this stall they claim to have to be the founder of this dish. Is the name of the store is called Haji Kadir Food Chain Private Limited, and they're coming here. This is an Indian Muslim store that sells all the usual Indian Muslim food, but we are here to try their soup tulang. This soup tulang, you can have it together with bread. That's why I'm ordering it with bread. And this is it. Look at that. This reddish colored dish is the soup tulang. So what you have here is you have mutton bones or goat bones, and inside it is the marrow, and it's cooked in a sweet, spicy, reddish flavor seasoning sauce that flavors everything. So yep, this is it. Normally they will give you a straw to suck up the marrow, but I don't know why there's no straw here. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to use the disposable spoon to pick up the marrow. Yes. So this is not a dish normally featured in food videos because, first of all, the color. Look at that. Look how red the sauce is. But what's good is this place here, the seasoning, the spices they use to flavor the sauce, to flavor the bones, to flavor the marrow, they do it well. It's nice, spicy, sweet. Yes. So I'm using the, what you call this, the spoon, the other end of the spoon, to dig out the marrow. Look at that. Can you see the marrow? So the marrow, how do I say this? It's nice and fresh. So there's no gamey, not much of a gamey flavor to it. It's also surprisingly, how do I say this? You can almost call it creamy. Yes. And what you can do is you can put it onto the bread together with some of the sauce and eat it. So the sauce here, because of the spices they use it, helps to counteract some of the gaminess from the meat. And ooh, I do like it, just that this dish here cost me $10, and for the amount of marrow you get, the amount of meat you get, and well, it's not much to make you full, but it is flavorful. For those of you who like to eat marrow, they do the marrow here nice. Do it well. And one of the reasons why this dish is not more, how do I say this, more featured in a lot of food videos is because when you eat this dish, you cannot look pretty because your fingers will be stained red. You know, as your mouth will have this red sauce. You know, you need to gnaw the meat out from the bones. You know, and of course the color of the dish, which is very very red, not your normal food color that you eat. As you can see, I have to keep licking my fingers because it's finger licking good. It's one of the dishes that you can call finger licking good. And look at this. Look at the marrow. Oh yeah. So if you do like marrow, this is you will have a marrow of a good time eating this dish. Marrowing good. Marrow goodness. But of course, you will have to dig it out from the bone. It would be easier if I had a straw to suck it up like a drink. But honestly, if you actually suck up the marrow finishes very fast. Whereas when you are digging it out bit by bit using the spoon, it prolongs the enjoyment. As you can see, my fingers are starting to be stained red. If you leave the sauce on your finger too long, when you go home, even though you wash your hands, you'll still be a bit reddish. Yes, and another thing I like to do is I like to gnaw the meat off the bone. It reminds me of being a caveman. Look at that. Yes. Like I said, you cannot look pretty eating this dish. Look at how my fingers are stained red. My mouth is stained, my lips are stained red. But still, I'm gnawing the meat of the bones. Yes. Not much meat, but the meat that is there, the tendon that is there, all soft and tender, all has been seasoned by the sauce here, and it makes it delicious. Spicy, well seasoned, sweet, meaty too. And then also a bit of cabbage to give you a bit of healthiness. Oh, look at that. And of course, eating the marrow together with the sauce and the bread and the cabbage, a good combination. Yes. So this dish here, not for the faint of hearted, a very unique dish. If you are put out by the coloring, then I need to tell you, get over it, because this coloring is used often in certain Indian Muslim food in Singapore, especially if you order mee goreng from an Indian Muslim store in Singapore, the noodles will come out this color. And the bones, look at this, gnawing like a caveman. Yes. This dish ignite the inner caveman in me. Look at me eating the bones like how my distant ancestors did in the caves, gnawing on the bone, the meat that you can get after cooking it, of course. Ooh. Yes, I am a caveman. The caveman in Singapore, where in Singapore our caves are our HDB flats. Yes, look at me. Look at me. Like I said, it's not a pretty sight, but this dish tastes good. If you do not mind marrow, you do not mind the color, this is a dish that you come down and give it a try. It is finger licking good, like what I'm doing now, licking my fingers. And as per usual, you know what to do. Like, share, and subscribe. I got Patreon, I got PayPal. Support me on those, or watch some of my old videos. I got lots of old videos where I visit all the different food centers in Singapore, exploring the Singaporean food culture there. And as per usual, the most important thing, the thing that you have to do is to join me for my food adventure. I will see you guys around. Bye bye. Anyway, before I go, let me just show you an interesting place, which is this mosque here. This mosque is just right next to the food center, and it's a very old mosque in Singapore. One thing very interesting is the mosque is surrounded by a wall, and you can see on top of the wall there's some kind of like a fortification or some kind of like a uh, you know, some kind of defenses, you know. So most mosques in Southeast Asia nowadays do not have such heavy defenses, whereas this place does have it. So something interesting that you don't see much nowadays. Anyway, that's it for today. Join me next time. Yep. Bye bye.